Wondering where the best place to get chickens is? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Hey, I'm Ashley at Square It Farms, and this is part 3 of my mini-series, 4 decisions you need to make before getting chickens. Now, I created a PDF guide to go along with these videos, so be sure to download it so you can follow along and fill it in. The link is in the description. So, where should you get your chickens? Well, other than my first few birds, which I ended up getting from a friend, I've always ordered day-old chicks from hatcheries online. I really like ordering online from hatcheries because there's a very wide selection. You can order them for a specific date, and it's super simple. All you do is place your order, they ship them through the mail, and then you go and pick them up from the post office the next morning. 2 of my favorite hatcheries are Hoover Hatchery and Murray McMurray Hatchery. But how do you decide on a hatchery? There are a lot of options out there. Here are a few things to keep in mind. First of all, location. Ideally, you want a hatchery that's close to you because that cuts down on the amount of travel time that your chicks have to go through. I really like Hoover Hatchery and Murray McMurray because they're in Iowa, just a few hours south of me. And the second thing to look into is minimum order size. All hatcheries have minimum orders, and that's because you need a certain number of chicks in order for them to create enough body heat to stay warm and survive throughout the shipping process. Both Hoover and Murray McMurray have a minimum order size of about 15 chicks, which is definitely on the lower end. Some hatcheries have a minimum of 20 or 25. However, Murray McMurray does offer a 6-chick minimum for certain breeds during the warmer months. So that's something to look into if you're looking for those smaller order sizes. You will pay extra for shipping though, just a warning. What if you want fewer chicks than the minimum order size? Well, the best option is to find a friend, convince them to get chickens, and then go in on an order together. But if that's out of the question, then there are other options for getting chickens, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And the third thing to keep in mind when choosing a hatchery is shipping. Now, some hatcheries offer free shipping and others don't. Both Hoover and Murray McMurray do offer free shipping, but it's important to keep in mind when you're comparing prices because adding shipping at the end can jack your bill up really quickly. So make sure to look for that free shipping. Okay, so what if you don't want to order from a hatchery? Maybe you don't meet the minimum order requirements, or you'd rather buy adult birds. Well, here are a few other options for getting chickens. You could buy from a local breeder. This is a really good option if you're looking for specialty breeds, you want to support a local business, or you want to avoid shipping your chicks. You'll end up paying a little bit more, but the quality of the birds will probably be higher, so it's a great option if you want to start your own breeding flock. You could look on Craigslist. Sometimes you can find chicks or older hens listed there. If you're looking for hens that are already laying, this is a really good option, and sometimes you can find a great deal. And finally, you could check out your local farm store. Oftentimes, Tractor Supply Co's and local feed stores will carry chicks in the spring. And if you only want a few chicks, this is a great option because you can just go pick them up and bring them home. The downfall is your selection is going to be limited, and you want to make sure that those birds are only females and they're not selling unsexed straight-run chicks because you don't want to get home and in a few months realize you have a bunch of roosters on your hands. So where do you want to get your chickens from? Jot down your answer in the guide, and then I'll see you in the last video, where we're going to discuss when the best time to get your chickens is.